everybody, welcome to a slightly different video on this channel, something that you probably weren't really expecting, but I hope you really enjoy. And I'm super excited to be doing this video today because I love having any excuse to do a bit of a makeover on any of the rooms in my house. I'm working with Desenio on this video today. Basically, they came to me and they were like, we'd love to work with you. I've actually ordered from them before. And for any of you that don't know what Desenio is, it's an incredible website with hundreds of amazing prints that you can purchase in multiple different sizes, alongside different types of frames for the prints, again in lots of different styles and sizes. And it just makes it really super easy to get the print with the matching frame for that size. That's one of the things that I find really difficult about buying prints and then trying to source frames separately. I never get it right, and so this website is super easy to be able to do that. So yes, I've already ordered from them before. I love their website. I love so many of the prints on there, and they get new ones in all the time, so I'm constantly looking on there for new prints that I can style out the house with. So for this video, I thought it would be nice to give this room a little bit of a makeover. I'm not just doing a print wall behind the bed, as you can see here, this big kind of turquoise wall, but also just changing it up a bit. This is one of the rooms that myself and Alfie, I mean, we don't really come in here very much because it is a spare bedroom, but that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve a bit more love and attention. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to do a little bit of a room makeover. And I think the print wall is definitely going to be one of the biggest features of this room and make it feel so much more homely and cozy. It's very important for me that anyone that stays here likes the room they're staying in, and I know that sounds like really obvious, but it does make a huge difference, and it means that your friends and family are going to want to come and stay again. So I thought it would be nice to do a bit of a before, so that as we go along you can see all the changes I'm making and how I'm doing the print wall. I mean, everyone loves the before and after. So this is the doorway, and as you come in you have the bookshelves, and they have lots of bits and pieces on them, and then there's a couple of little cupboards down here. Got the fireplace, mantelpiece, and then over here we have a full-length mirror, hey, TV, and a chest of drawers. This is something I need to move out. This is the dog pen. This is mostly where Buzz stays when he comes to stay at ours, but I think we can find another place for that. Then the wardrobe's here, bedside table, bed. This is a bed that we had in our old house. I love it. And then there's just some multicolored fairy lights, another bedside table, and that's pretty much it. So this is a very good before. Besides actually ordering the prints, I also went out yesterday and purchased a hammer, nails, a level, and anything else that I'm going to need to put my prints up on the wall. Don't know where I am. This way. Panel pin. These will definitely work. Look at these cute little ones. Perfect. You can get some like sticky things that you can use to put your prints up on the wall if you're renting or if you are in student accommodation and you're not allowed to knock nails in, but I guess it depends on your situation and if you feel confident enough to knock some nails into the wall, but I'm actually quite excited about it. So here we have lots of the frames I ordered. So I went for a selection of copper, like rose gold, black. Let me get them out. Only because a lot of the accents in this room are also this coppery rose gold colour. I've also gone for varying different sizes because I think gallery walls look really nice when there's lots of different sized frames. And they also had this wooden one which I really liked as well. Look at this tiny little one. So cute. And then this has all the prints in it. Thanks for my drink.
It's all good. Is this going to be one of those walls where it's like all different shape all over the place?
Yeah. It's going to look cool, isn't it?
Do you know what that means?
What?
that you don't have to get it all 100% level because there's so many different sizes and shapes.
Maybe. So we get a nice idea of the different sizes, the different frames, and the different colours. Now I think we should get the prints out and decide which prints we want to put into which colour frames. Oh, that's the bottom. I've sort of forgotten which ones I chose.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these.
Okay. God, I don't remember which one.
Oh damn, there's loads.
Yeah, this one is so cool.
That's literally like perfect for this room.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You change your thoughts and you'll change your world. Black and white would look really cool on the wall. So those are the two big prints, and then I obviously got some smaller ones. Look how little this one's, like a little
That's
card.
cool.
So my thought process behind picking the prints was that I did want a lot of colour because our wall is a really bright turquoise. So I wanted something quite colourful, but at the same time I think it's quite nice to balance that out with quite a few black and white prints, because as much as I love a lot of colour, sometimes it can be quite clashy depending on the sorts of style of print that you've gone for. So I did get what I think is mostly like pinks, greens and black and white, but again it really depends on the room that you're doing, because if you're doing the gallery style photo frames on a white wall, I think you can like go to town, because white as a background is basically a plain canvas. But because we have the turquoise, I didn't want it to look too much, so that was my thought process behind that. Oh, it's this way. Love.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I didn't know, I legit thought that was just like some cool shapes.
I got this for our New York memories. The black and white New York one.
We'll pretend we took it. When people come over, we're like, oh, that was one of the images we took.
This one I thought would look really nice on the wall.
That's
because
cool.
it has all the same, like this sort of colour. So now I'm trying to decide which images I want to put into which type of frame. And I do feel like the wooden with the black and white text in will look really nice, because it's the same sort of wood as the bed head, which is perfect.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Okay, so one done. Now let's put all the others in frames, we think. I literally love how Alfie's come in to help and he's like getting proper into it now. I say we turn them this way so that the bed could be like the wall, or we do it on the floor and we start making a layout and moving them around until we're super happy with how they look.
I put that little one down there so it can go like here. Like low. No? No.
No!
You want it high?
So if we're saying this one starts here,
Mm-hmm.
and they all maybe lower actually, like here,
Yeah.
would you mind holding that little pink one? You see the pink one with the leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind holding that above it so I can get a gauge of how much space either side? Down a bit? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's get the hammer and nails. So I have my tools, and the first thing I'm going to do is hold up one of the larger frames that I'm starting down this side, and I'm going to make some markings so I know where to put my nail.
pencil behind the ear.
Yeah. Why won't it stay?
I mean, the pencil's bigger than your head.
Look, Dad. Be proud.
I think that looks sick.
I feel like this side looks great, but I think this one is throwing me off. This lolly, the ice lolly.
Wonky.
No, but where it is, do you think it needs to be closer to the wood?
No, I think that looks sick. The only thing you don't want to do is start being like, okay, I'm going to put one more here, and then you end up with like all of the edges square.
Oh, a little one would look good there,
But then it'll
actually.
go all square. I like that it's...
As I said at the start of this video, I had already placed an order with Desenio last year, I want to say. When we moved into this house, I did a really big order. And so I've just gone around the house and picked up 2 more. So this was another one that I had. And also this little one, which I'd bought last year. And I'm going to tie them in with this because I feel like there's just 2 tiny gaps that Alfie is saying is fine, but the perfectionist in me is like, no. Something needs to go in these 2 gaps, and if it looks bad, then I'll take them back down and put them back where they were. But I do think we could put something in here and a little one here, just to balance out a tiny bit. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, now I'm happy. I think this looks so much better now that I've balanced it out a little bit. So if any of you guys watching this want to give a gallery print wall a go, then Desenio are kindly offering a 25% discount on all prints across all their websites. So all you have to do is use the code Zoella, and you can do that between the 28th of August to the 30th of August. The 25% doesn't include frames or hand-picked or collaboration prints, but if you go in and pop the prints into your basket, then add the code, you can see where the discount comes off anyway. It's really, really easy to use their website. So yeah, give it a go. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to see any images that you have of your walls. Do tag me on Instagram so I can see them if you do it. And I'd love to know what prints you pick. I think it says a lot about someone with what prints they choose and kind of what style you go for. I wanted every print I picked to make me feel something in some way. So although they look quite random, I really love every single one. And also, once you have all your prints and you know all the sizes, you can change them up whenever you get bored of looking at them. So if there's one in there that you're like, I feel like it doesn't really go anymore, you can just go online, pick a new print and change it up and switch it out, which I think is amazing, especially if you want to do it around like seasonal times like autumn or Christmas. You can make all these feel a bit more festive. And for anyone who's watching this who might be a bit more international, Desenio is also available in the rest of Europe, Canada, the USA and Australia. So lots of different countries where Desenio ships to, which is great, because we can all get involved. I will put the code in the description box anyway and all the details just in case you didn't catch them, but yeah. So now that the main focal point of the room is complete, I am gonna make a start on everything else. So I wanna change up the bedding, take this out, bring some more houseplants in, take these multicolored lights off, give the room an overall kind of finished look. Oh my god, I just love this so much already. This is kind of dangerous because now I just want to knock nails in all my walls and order more prints. only thing I've been trying to do is mantelpieces and the shelves. Now, there are some amazing people out there who know how to style a shelf. Kate Levy, I'm looking at you. But I don't have things to put on this shelf. So, I don't know, we've got a lot of like YouTubey books up here and then some other books here. But I think because this is the spare room, it's really throwing me off. And there's so many. So I'd love to know your suggestions of what I could put in here. I've got some like nice photos with friends and things, but generally I don't need to put any kind of fictional books in here because they are all in this spare room. I don't know, I'm a bit stumped with these ones. I'm not really too sure what I could put on here. I have visions of lovely hanging plants. I think I am going to get more plants for sure. Suggestions are very welcome in the comments. This is what I've done with this mantelpiece. I went and found this mirror, which I actually had upstairs and I wasn't using it for anything, so I've put it in here and I actually love it because it now reflects the gallery wall or the picture wall back into the room, so I just think it looks amazing. This is a little drawing that I did when I was little. Got a candle, two little fake succulents because they were up on the shelf, so I've just moved them here. A little photo frame of me and Mark, and then a little photo of me and Alfie as well. And then with the rest of the bedroom, I brought in some fake plants. I mean, I love myself a real life houseplant, but when it is a spare bedroom, I just find that generally I'm not in here enough to remember to water them. And we have had some spare room fatalities when it comes to houseplants, and it just makes me really sad, especially because the weather has been so warm recently. It's been a lot harder trying to keep them all alive. So I did faux plants for this room because I just want to leave them out. I want them to always look green and fresh and to not have to worry too much about watering them. I think it works. It works. This is what I've got so far. And then I just put a little tray here with a candle, some fragrance and a lip balm. And with the bedding, I wanted to go very colourful. I wanted to pick out some of the colours in the prints and kind of go all out. And I love these kind of more autumnal mustards and yellows with the kind of more rusty colours. And then it kind of picks up that same colour because I've got the mustard tassels on this bedding as well. And actually when we had this wall painted, I was so unsure because it's such a bold colour that I wasn't actually too keen on it when we actually moved in. Oh, the lights disappeared. But now that I've brought in more colour, I think it really complements it. The more colour, the more it works. So I'm so happy with it. I love it. I wish this was my bedroom now. I'm in two minds about whether we get this put on the wall or not. I think it would look good, personally. Maybe I'll get Alfie to attempt to do that one because it's a lot heavier. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say actually. These frames are much lighter than they look, so you don't have to worry about big old screws in the wall and making sure that you've got like really hardcore nails. They're much lighter, which is so much easier than if you have something, especially of this size. You imagine it to be really heavy, but it's really easy to put them up. In the last clip I was like, I think I might hang it, I'm just not sure. I hung it. I just hung a mirror by myself using a pencil and a tape measure. And look how level that is. Literally couldn't be any more perfect. I do worry a little bit that the nails I've used are probably not strong enough, but we'll see. There's two of them in there, so hopefully it will be okay. Also just changed this up a little bit. I've added this plant, this little fake plant, and then moved the other one to that side. I think that looks better. I do honestly think when you're redecorating a room, you have to move things around, test spaces, put things where you think it might look okay, and then take a step back, walk out the room, come back in again, see how you feel about it, because that's what I just did with the mantelpiece, and I didn't like it, and now I love it. I think it's just about testing things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, moving things around. I do feel like the less symmetry, the better. I think when things look too samey on both sides, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same feel. if you know what I mean. And I know I just said I much prefer to have fake plants in here, and I am gonna keep all the fake plants. I really think this pot, which I took from downstairs, goes so well with this. So I think I might have to nip to the garden centre and just get one plant for here and maybe a teeny one to sit next to it. Okay, I've sourced some plants from around the house, which I wanted to move anyway. This is what I mean by just run around and find things that you think aren't working in a space in your house. If it's maybe not getting the best light, if it's a plant, which this one wasn't, this one needed a bit of help. And I think in here now, with the blinds open, he'll get some nice sunlight. And also this one, I've just moved some other plants downstairs, so he didn't really have anywhere to go. So I just thought, perfect. And I've popped this one in this little kind of wickery plant pot, which I love and also think goes with the room really nicely. I think when decorating a fireplace, it's worth remembering that you can pop things on the mantelpiece, but also you can put things around the actual fire area. Obviously this fireplace doesn't actually work, so we can't light that. It is mostly just decorative. I definitely think it's worth popping a few things down here. I don't know, I think it just adds to it. It looks really nice. The grand reveal. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, I think it looks sick.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like changing rooms. What's the theme,
you put that up?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
This is so nice. Like genuinely, really, really nice. I love it.
I now
Great
want
job.
to. Yeah, I now want to paint one of the walls in the other spare bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, like a dark green or something. I think it would look
Should we sleep in
so
here
cool.
tonight?
I don't want to ruin it.
What do you mean ruin it?
It just looks so good, I don't want to ruin it. I'm now going to end this video because I feel like I have done everything I wanted to do to this room and I'm so happy with it. Don't forget to use my discount code in the description below if you want to go and grab yourself some prints. And thank you so much to Desenio. I think this has honestly been one of my favourite sponsored videos to film ever. I loved it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.